Ladies and gentlemen, please welcome Vice President of Engineering for Google, Vic Gundotra.
Well, good morning. Good morning and hello. On behalf of Google, let me extend a very warm welcome to all 5,000 in attendance today, as well as the many more thousands who are watching our first ever live streamcast of this event on youtube.com. Thank you. You know, it's hard to believe that this is our third Google I/O. It's not only our largest Google I/O, it's the one that we sold out the fastest. It even surprised us. You know, within weeks of announcing this conference, we sold out of this event 2.5 months in advance. And we think that speaks volumes about the level of enthusiasm that you all have for this important community event. And at Google, we recognize how precious and valuable your time is, and we're honored and grateful that you've chosen to spend 2 days here with us. We hope you find this conference exciting and really engaging, and we have a few surprises for you as well. Now, some of you may wonder, how did we name this conference? What does I/O stand for? You know, 3+ years ago, when we first thought about holding a developers conference, and we thought about naming the event, we contemplated multiple choices. We wanted a name that most importantly embodied the spirit of the web, a spirit of collaboration, sometimes messy, but always fun, a spirit of inclusiveness rather than exclusiveness, a spirit of innovation and of openness. And of course, we wanted this event to appeal to developers. So we thought, what's the first thing a developer learns to do when they begin to code? Well, it's input and output. That's I/O. But I/O also stands for two of the most important elements of our web culture: innovation in the open. Make no mistake about it. The web is the most important platform of our generation. And because it's a platform controlled by none of us, it's the only platform that truly belongs to all of us. And it's our job as a community to move that web forward. And so you can imagine how pleased we were last year at this conference to focus the world's attention, the developer community's attention, on an important standard, HTML5. It was at this conference, in this room, last year, that you can see we first started driving attention toward HTML5. And events later on in the year continued that momentum that we as a community started. That huge spike is YouTube's adoption of HTML5. That other spike is Apple's adoption. I think it was a Steve Jobs late night email or something. That last spike, hey, we'll take support from wherever we can get it. That last spike included Microsoft's support for HTML5. As a community, working together and collaboratively, we can move the web forward. Of course, we recognize that we are far from done. We recognize that the web has important challenges that we need to address as a community. How can we make the web faster? How can we make web apps as discoverable as you see, for example, in app stores? How can we make it easier for developers to monetize those applications? And finally, can we make the web extend its reach even to new form factors? Well, we hope to show you our proposed answers to some of these questions at this conference, and we're very much looking forward to your feedback. Of course, the web is growing up. It's all happening because we're working on it together, and we think this conference is an important part of that process. Before I hand off to our opening keynote speaker, let me just make 2 housekeeping announcements. The first announcement is I hope you all enjoyed the Android devices that we sent you as part of registering. If you have not already done so, please go to the Android Marketplace and download an application we specifically designed for you at this conference. Just do a search on Google Conference or Google I/O, and you'll find this application. This application will make it very easy for you to make the best use of your time and to really find the sessions that interest you the most. The second and last housekeeping note. Tomorrow's keynote will not start at 9 a.m. It will start at 8:30 in the morning. Now, I know that's early in the morning, particularly for you developers, but I promise you, you will not be disappointed. We have more than one surprise tomorrow morning. So have fun at the party tonight, but remember, the fun starts at 8:30 tomorrow morning. All right. With that, let me hand off to our opening keynote speaker who will carry the banner of the open web. Please join me in welcoming Google Vice President of Product Management, Sundar Pichai.
Thanks, Vic. It's great to be here. I'm going to be talking to you today about HTML5, the incredible momentum we have, all the new capabilities that are coming up, how modern browsers are going to support these APIs. We will show you real-world examples. We will invite application developers who are building amazing experiences on top of HTML5. And finally, we'll have a couple of important announcements on the way. So let's get started. First, as Vic mentioned, the web is the most important platform of our generation. And from a user standpoint, people are spending more of their time on the web. Compared to every other information medium out there, the web has more than doubled in terms of the amount of time people spend in the last 5 years. Every other information medium has been the same or has declined. That's how important our web is in users' lives. So how are developers reacting to it? So we started taking a look at how applications have been written since 1990. Most of you are familiar with the popular desktop applications, Microsoft Office, iTunes, Skype, Photoshop. The list goes on and on. These are amazing applications which we all use in our day-to-day lives. The interesting thing, though, is since 2004, we couldn't come up with popular desktop applications that are outside of games and browsers that are being used by millions of users. What happened in 2004? It turned out it is the year in which AJAX and the Web 2.0 revolution happened. People started writing these applications as web applications, applications which you're all very familiar with, Gmail, Google Maps, Facebook, Twitter, etc. The world changed. The web changed from documents to applications, and developers started reaching users by writing web applications instead of desktop applications. So this is a powerful change. It's a very important trend. Given that, we need to make sure web applications can do everything that desktop applications can do. You're all very familiar with this. Historically, desktop applications have had full access to system capabilities. So they could talk to the speaker, microphone, camera. They could access the file system, for example. Web applications have been limited in what they can do. This is what the HTML5 work is all about. We are working very hard as a community to make sure all these capabilities show up in the browser. Let me give a few examples. Most computers today ship with powerful GPUs. How do you make sure web applications can access these graphics capabilities? That's what Webgl and the graphics APIs are all about. Workers. It is about allowing web applications to access the multi-core CPUs present on the computers. There are APIs to access the local file system, local storage, speaker, microphone, camera, and the list goes on. All this matters only if browsers support these APIs. So let's take a look at how we are doing there. About 24 months ago, this effort had just gotten underway. There was pioneering work here by Firefox, Safari, Opera, and Chrome didn't even exist then. So this is about 24 months ago, and the effort had just gotten underway. So let's fast forward to where we were last year during Google I/O. You can see the momentum was there. Set of APIs being implemented in all modern browsers, including Chrome. So the progress was very exciting. So where do we expect to be by the end of this year? As you can see, all the major APIs are going to be present in all modern browsers. So you as developers can bank on these APIs being present in the browsers when users reach your applications. Another important trend is mobile. All of you are carrying a smartphone here today. The interesting thing there is the smartphones are all web connected with capable browsers.